Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days of Halloween. Luke the Goon. Today is day 8, and today I watched Squirm, directed and written by Jeff Lieberman, who is kind of a cult horror film director. He did Just Before Dawn and Blue Sunshine. Just Before Dawn is probably my favorite film by him, but this is a very basic premise. Basically, it's kind of nature attacks. There's a bunch of worms that are in this town, and they're blood worms, so they bite. And the premise is that electricity makes them angry, and so they come up through the ground and they just start attacking people. And that's the whole premise of the movie. There are a lot of these kind of like I think we're for some reason fascinated with nature attacks films. Back then there was Day of the Animal and Grizzly, and now we get movies like Sharknado and Alligator, and there was that new one, Deaths or whatever it is. And this one's pretty good. It's a cult horror film. Like, there's actually a pretty big following behind this movie, and I'll be honest, I don't really know why, other than the fact that it's a little bit quirky. It's very slow. Like, it's like 46 minutes in before there's really any intense action, anything that you would be like, excited about. They take a long time just to set up everything and to get it all moving, and it's a long slog to get through that. If I were gonna tell somebody to watch this movie, I'd be like, fast forward to the 40-minute mark, because really all you need to know in the first 45 minutes is that there are people in the town, there's electricity hitting the ground, and worms are coming up. That's it. That's all you really need to know. Some of the special effects are really good, especially for 76, I think is when this movie came out. There's a guy that has these worms that burrow into his face, and it looks so cool. And he's kind of like he's like a kind of like a bad guy in this movie. He's kind of jealous over something that's going on, and so when he gets these worms in his face, it like drives him crazy. There's also a cool effect when somebody opens a door and these worms just pour out. It's really cool. And the other kind of cool thing that they do in this movie is there are a lot of close-ups of the worms, and they're like screaming, and you can see their mouths opening up, and it makes this really loud shrieking noise. It's really kind of cool. The main actor kind of reminds me of William Butler, who you may know from the Night of the Living Dead remake. He played the guy who gets blown up in the spoilers, I guess, the guy who gets blown up in the truck outside. So that's Squirm. Like I said, I don't really know why it's got this cult following. I mean, it's definitely a movie of its time. And if you were to watch it, I would definitely recommend, let's say, the 30-minute mark. Fast forward to the 30-minute mark, because then you can see like 15 minutes of build, and then it finally starts getting going, and the worms go absolutely insane and crazy. So because I guess I'd have to say 2.5, just because it's so slow to get going. I probably wouldn't watch it again, and if I did, I would absolutely fast forward it to the 45-minute mark, where something good's going on. So that is Squirm. Tomorrow I'm already gonna do a review for Burial Ground. I got it right here, so that'll be tomorrow's review. So I hope you guys like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.